So one game that Wuthering Waves gets compared to quite a lot is Genshin Impact. Now obviously there's many reasons why this actually happened. Obviously Genshin Impact is one of the biggest gacha games out there, even still to this day. And I think even people that dislike the game can agree with that because of just how massive it managed to get. And also in terms of the actual kind of playstyle and the overall gameplay, you know, the open world aspects and everything like that, makes the games very, very similar and makes something for Wuthering Waves to actually work towards. And that's why we never see it being compared to, you know, games like Honkai Star Rail or Zelda Zone Zero, because they have a slightly different playstyle, slightly different gameplay, which just makes them kind of hard to actually compare, whereas Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves are much closer than many people think. And while obviously a lot of these comparisons provide a lot of competition for the games and also competition for the fan bases, but recently a new character design from Genshin Impact has sparked a little bit of a war, I guess, between Wuthering Waves fans and also Genshin Impact fans, which has just been kind of crazy. And I wanted to go through all of this because it seems completely unwarranted. Like, Wuthering Waves fans have literally done nothing to them, and it seems like Genshin Impact fans are now just completely attacking the players just out of nowhere, whenever, you know, we haven't even done anything in the first place. So we're going to be going through that entire situation, giving you guys up to date with what is actually going on. And if you guys do enjoy this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also go to GameStop, use my code KAZA, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there, so I definitely recommend checking them out. And yeah, let's get back into the video. So this is the new character that is coming out to Genshin Impact. They're called Veressa. Now you probably see them all around. They've been a very, very popular topic in the community, and they actually got officially announced yesterday, because before a lot of people were just talking about the leaks that had actually happened with them, but now they've been officially released and people can openly talk about the character design. Now actually, to be fair, in my opinion, I think that this character design is pretty good. I like it, you know, as someone who doesn't really play much Genshin Impact anymore, and someone who used to play a lot of Genshin Impact in the past, you know, this is a very, very nice design, and maybe I'll come back to play, you know, I don't know, maybe, I'm not sure. But again, it does seem like a very, very nice design. It seems quite unique, and it's definitely a step up from some of the previous designs we've had with Genshin Impact. Now, obviously, you know, a lot of people are very excited to see it, but also it was met with a lot of hate to do with, you know, stuff to do with her size, and also stuff to do with her overall skin color, as, you know, it usually does happen. If you don't know, in the past, Genshin Impact have had many situations of players being unhappy with skin color, especially over in Natlan. I covered a whole video on this, of people actually editing pictures of like Mavwika and stuff like that, and then pretty much just making them black because they thought that that was the correct way that they should be. But it's kind of just weird. I feel like, you know, it's very weird just to edit them like that, especially whenever the game actually intends them to be a certain skin color. And obviously, would it be nice if Hoyoverse was to diversify their cast up a little bit? Obviously, yes, but that just isn't the case, and the developers haven't decided to do that. So you should really respect what the developers have actually put out there. Now, obviously, this has happened with this character too. There is so much art out there of this happening, of these characters pretty much having their skin color changed. Obviously, some of them more so than others. They're saying how I wanted Natlan's character skin tone to be like a small thread. And obviously, you can see this is from the Daily Natlan Brazil. Now, this is going to be very important. Okay, remember these names, okay? This is from the Daily Natlan Brazil. Very much a Genshin Impact fan page. And obviously, if we go over to here, back to the post, we can see someone said, I don't care what anyone says, she's really cute, which again is absolutely true. And then this person actually replies saying, Wuwa players are probably the ones who disliked her, lol. So they're actually pinning the blame on Wuthering Waves players for the hate that she's actually been getting, and not because of some other stuff that Genshin Impact players have been, you know, saying. Now, this person actually replies, I'm not sure if they're being sarcastic or they're being serious, but they're saying, yeah, I'm sure it's Wuwa players who are the ones hating on her design and recoloring her skin, which, again, if we go back to this post, we can see it says Daily Natlan Brazil. This is a Hoyoverse, you know, account. This is someone who enjoys Genshin Impact. This is someone who is a Genshin Impact fan. This isn't the Wuthering Waves players doing this. This is the Genshin Impact fanbase. And even if we go to another one, we can see this person literally has a picture of Anbi as their banner and their profile picture. It's another Hoyoverse fan and another Genshin Impact fan obviously doing this. And they say, what's more likely, the players of the game with zero skin diversity in the cast hating, or the community famous for crying over lack of diversity and calling the other company racist? So again, I don't know like what kind of side of the fence are on there. It's kind of unclear to see whether they're just being like kind of sarcastic and saying, yeah, I'm sure it's the Wuthering Waves players, or if they're actually serious and they actually think it is Wuthering Waves players. But what is clear is that a lot of people are saying that the hate for this character is coming from Wuthering Waves players, which just isn't true at all. It's all coming from the Genshin Impact players. I'm going to be honest, a lot of Wuthering Waves players do not care about the latest character in Genshin Impact. Now, yes, they might care about the quality of life updates. Yes, they might care that, oh, we've got a better endgame. But at the end of the day, no one really cares about a character that's coming out unless they're absolutely insane. And I'm not going to say, you know, she's absolutely absolutely insane. I feel like she's a pretty good character, but I don't think she's anything absolutely game-breaking or game-changing. Now, obviously, you know, there's some other things as well of people in the community saying that, look at this chubby girl Varessa. Now, I don't know if you guys, you know what the definition of chubby is, but Jesus Christ, bro, we must all be absolutely giant if this is chubby. Like, look, literally look at that kind of character design. You can see it literally dips inward, because if that's chubby, Jesus Christ, I'm absolutely morbidly obese. That's absolutely horrible. But again, it's a lot of people in the Genshin Impact community actually going around and saying this. It's nothing to do with the Wuthering Waves community, and obviously a lot of people are saying leave Wuthering Waves out of it. Usually I'd say Genshin players being insufferable, but nowadays every time I see someone making fun of something about any Hoyo game, they're saying usually it's wuwa Twitter on their accounts, and they say, I promise you, in this case it's specifically 90% Genshin players. Look up our name and scroll through the tweets. There's so many redesigns and calling of racism, fat phobia, etc. So again, a lot of this is like down to the Genshin Impact community actually doing all of this stuff that we've been talking about, and these people are just pinning the blame on Wuthering Waves for no reason. Now obviously, yes, as I said, I can see why people would pin the blame on Wuthering Waves. Obviously there's been a big kind of rivalry in the game for a very, very long time, but I think it's just absolutely unfair, especially whenever, you know, they just like clearly haven't done any research to be saying it's probably the Wuthering Waves players, you know, it's probably this, it's probably that, you know, they're just assuming. It's nothing to do with facts or anything like that. They haven't done any research on who the accounts actually are doing this. They've just said it's probably the Wuthering Waves players, and this is one of the issues that we get in the community, and that's why a lot of Wuthering Waves players do get quite a bad rap, is because, you know, people spread stuff like this saying that it was the Wuthering Waves players spreading hate. Now obviously someone said, this person said, I don't care what anyone says, she's really cute. They also replied to this saying it's rough liking wuwa and Genshin in this economy, which is absolutely true. Now obviously this person said, no, if anything, wuwa players are her biggest fans. Look at how much they love Lumi, which again, that's absolutely true. I feel like a lot of Wuthering Waves players actually do like her character design. They say, no, it's literally the woke Genshin players doing that. I don't know if you call them woke, but again, that's kind of crazy. They say, why bring wuwa into this when, you know, nothing of the sort is mentioned, and most of the recoloring, redesigning, and improving nonsense is done by the same community in Genshin anyways, which is absolutely true. You know, it's only the Genshin Impact, it's only the Hoyoverse community that has had a problem with skin color and has a problem with a lot of the character design and with people changing it up and doing some weird things to a lot of these characters. It's only the Genshin Impact community or the Hoyoverse community in general, because we've had it happen a couple of times also in the Honkai Star community as well. But Wuthering Waves, I don't think I've seen a single person do it. Maybe there's one person out there that has done it, but it definitely hasn't become a large-scale problem like it has for this community. And I think it's just completely unfair that people are putting the blame on Wuthering Waves players. And you know, people say that Wuthering Waves isn't hated that much and that people are overblowing how much people hate Wuthering Waves. Well, you know, this is just even more proof of people absolutely unjustly going after Wuthering Waves for like no reason. And it just doesn't make sense anymore. And it's kind of tiring to see this kind of stuff happening. But again, I'll keep covering a lot of the stuff that happens if anything keeps popping up like this, because it is really annoying to see a lot of these kind of like Hoyo shills, you know, going around and spreading this misinformation, because, you know, I don't think I've seen a single negative comment from a Wuthering Waves player yet. Maybe there has been one or two out there, but again, I don't think it's this widespread thing that this person is trying to make it out to be, and that it's only Wuthering Waves people attacking it, because as I said, we go back, you know, it says Daily Natland Brazil right here. They've changed it all up. So again, it's clearly Genshin Impact players and clearly Hoyoverse players, and nothing to do with Wuthering Waves as a whole. You know, we'll keep playing with all of our characters that are designed very, very well. You know, I feel like Wuthering Waves does a very good job with a lot of the character designs, and hopefully that will continue. Now, obviously, yes, a little bit of diversity would be really nice in the Wuthering Waves cast. Maybe we'll see that happen in the future. We're not sure yet, but you know, a lot of these games are based over in China and stuff like that, and I don't really want to go into the whole debate of like why, you know, there are so many white characters in a lot of these games. But again, I feel like, you know, it's just blown way out of proportion. I feel like people are getting way too annoyed at Wuthering Waves when actually it's got nothing to do with us, and they should just leave us alone, really. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you guys enjoy the character design for this new character, Varessa? I actually really like it. I can't wait to see what it's like in game. I have seen some of the fighting style stuff, you know, some like kind of wrestling combat things, which looks really, really nice. So maybe we'll see some stuff going out about that in the future. But hey, overall, really good character design, and I think that, you know, this has got nothing to do with Wuthering Waves, and, you know, people should just stop talking about us. But anyways, that's all. See ya.